In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can jump into the Alpha Vault with Meteora so you can actually get more tokens when an LFG launch actually happens. But before we do, let me just quickly talk about what's actually launching. So here we are at Twitter, and what I'm referring to is Sanctum and their Cloud launch. This is Sanctum, the token's called Cloud, and Cloud relates to liquid staking tokens. Now, James Hanley has a great thread. We're going to quickly go over this before I show you how to actually use the Alpha Vault. So essentially, if you put USDC into this vault, it's going to buy the token, which we'll cover, and then you'll get more tokens later on. If you buy the tokens as soon as the token is actually available, you'll be paying a higher price, but you'll get those tokens immediately. Otherwise, you'll get more later. So it's basically delaying gratification. So the decision you have to do with this particular launch, and each launch will be a little bit different, is if you put in USDC for 46 hours, then you have to wait 6 months before you can claim all of the tokens. 6 months is a long time in any world, especially crypto. But this relates to the Stanford Marshmallow Experiment. As covered here, the link will be below, but in the 1970s, basically there was a marshmallow experiment, delayed gratification behavior among children by offering them either 1 marshmallow immediately or 2 marshmallows later if they waited. The Cloud token is the same thing. So if you are very bullish on the Sanctum protocol long term, then this may be something for you. So now let me show you how to actually do it. So you go to dupe.ag, you're going to see this right here, the LFG Launchpad for Cloud. Click on LFG, and then we go ahead, we'll connect our wallet. I'm going to go with Solflare, but you can use any of these wallets, of course. Auto connect for me and connect. Now, as we scroll on down, this basically has an allocation if you're actually eligible for Cloud. This has nothing to do with active staking rewards. This has to do with Sanctum itself if you use their profile, if you use their LSTs. But if we scroll on down a little bit further, we can see how the launch is actually going to go. So with this particular one, the initial price is tiny. There won't be a lot of Cloud up for grabs at this price, and then the price gets more and more and more, and there's more Cloud available. More, and it's still basically nothing. And then we get to this stage here, and now it's 2 cents. And if people keep on buying all the way up the curve, we'll get to this stage where it's 50 cents. Then with this particular token and this project, there'll be, I think, $7.5 million of USDC locked. The team can, of course, withdraw it in the future, but essentially, this is what's going to happen. Now you can see this. Deposit to be the first to swap at launch. So when we put in our USDC, and we're going to do this now, the tokens will be claimable after 2 days with 168 days of vesting. We'll go over that shortly. And this takes us to the Meteora page. So let's go deposit USDC. I don't have a lot of USDC in this wallet. I'm just going to go with 100. Now at present, based on the amount of USDC in the actual smart contract, this is the amount of tokens I'm going to get. As more USDC comes in, I will get less and less. So whatever you see right here, this is subject to change, and it will change because I'm very, very early. This has only just begun like an hour or so ago, and it'll be going for another 1 day and 21 hours. So we'll go deposit USDC, and you can see what's happening here. We'll approve this transaction, and that transaction is complete. We'll give this a refresh. Here we can see our current deposit, 100 USDC, and the UI at present isn't actually showing how much US dollars is in here. Just something needs to catch up with the blockchain and the website. Now, as more and more USDC comes into this pool, you may not be getting a full $100 worth of the token. And to be clear, you're going to get less tokens than this. You'll still be getting a discount, but there's always a chance over the next few months that the token starts to go down in value, of course, and then it won't be discounted. My personal opinion, not financial advice, that will not happen with this, but that's just my opinion. Once this ends, you can withdraw any USDC that was not used. So as an example, let's say it's 10x over allocated. Then only $10 of your USDC will be used because it's fair amongst everyone, and $90 will be claimable for you to get back. And then, and we'll cover this in another tutorial, we can then start to claim our tokens. So after 2 days, so we have to wait 48 hours where we can't claim anything, then we can start to claim the tokens. We can claim a little bit every hour, every day, whatever, but we won't get the entire allocation of tokens that we bought for 168 days, and we do actually have to go and claim them. They do not auto-claim for you. This is called a bootstrapping pool for a launch, and the reason for this pool is to stop snipers from being able to buy the tokens at the cheap price. If we come back here, we can see this is the initial launch price. So the first transaction on the blockchain to buy tokens actually has to come from Meteora's pool, the pool I just showed you. So it's going to probably buy up maybe all these tokens, in my opinion, but let's say it buys up all the way to here. That stops a sniper, someone that's very, very good with the blockchain, of spending a lot of money to buy all of these tokens, but then selling them to you at an even higher price and making instant profit. So that's how you use the Vault Pool. Now the alternative, if you don't have long-term conviction or if you don't think it's going to go up, maybe you think people that are claiming the airdrop are going to sell down, because as they sell, the price will fall, then you can skip the Alpha Vault, of course, and you can just wait until the token is launched, and then you can just buy it yourself off Jupiter. In closing, this is new, this is exciting technology, but of course you have to do your own research to work out if you should be getting involved with this. That's all for this tutorial. Catch you in the next one.